At this time, the microphones are open for public comment to those who have signed in prior to this session. I shall call individuals to the microphone based on the order of the sign-in. Each statement made by the participant shall be limited to 3 minutes in duration. The total time of public comment shall be limited to 60 minutes. No individual is able to yield their time to another individual. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. No participant may address or question board members individually. The following rules for public participation shall apply. Time limits will be strictly enforced. No personal attacks on individuals. No vulgar or indecent language. A person may address the board no more than once during a single meeting. Speakers should refrain from naming individuals. Comments or questions posed during public participation will not be debated. As a reminder, this is a meeting of the board in public, not a meeting of the public. I would like to call Susan Centeno, 644 Trumbull Street. Now, Susan, I see that you signed in with Shannon Murphy and Elvis Akbar. Are you guys speaking together or individually? Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening.
All right. This is basically to present an organization that we just started, myself and my co-founder, Shannon Murphy. Basically, we wanted to present it to the Board of Education. We've already presented it to the City of Elizabeth. We want to see if the Board of Education can provide us with some of the students, the ones that need to volunteer for, exactly, for graduating to the next level, which would be college for them. It's to start off by cleaning up the port area of Elizabeth. We want to beautify it. We want to make it look exactly like every other part of Elizabeth. Also, Shannon would like to add about the whole beautifying part, but that will come later on. For me, it's basically constructing, building, and also taking over, I guess, all of the port area, if you guys would allow. I'm sorry, I believe that my partner was supposed to speak, but I guess I'll keep going. Also, we'd like to see if you guys would basically be on board with taking a moment outside of these premises where I can actually have it drawn up for you all to see actually the breakdown of it, the analysis, and who we would need in part of that. From all the buildings, from when I graduated, I see now that it has changed, and your motto basically is excellence, and this is what I want to perform, having excellent volunteers, also with them partnering with the juvenile delinquents that have been taken away from the schools, see if they can actually partner with them and show them how that excellence can provide them in the future of their adult lives. Also, since they would be going to college, they would be away from our town. Coming back to see it, how they had formed it and started, it would be exactly how I've been. I left my town, came back, and I see where we've excelled and where we've become, I guess, unified, but I also see the errors and trials that we've left behind. And as a former student of Elizabeth High School, one of the first students of our first academy, Westminster, school number 26, I want to see my town become one. As you guys are and how the city councilmen are one, I want to see just the normal citizens like myself and Shannon Murphy become one and actually change everything. Every little part, even the little nooks and crannies, the little cracks in our sidewalks, the ones that don't want to feel like they have to uphold their citizenship here in Elizabeth. I want to imitate other towns that, I guess, in through out, meaning schooling system and city. That's how I exactly want to do it. And me being 22, I want to be 30 and come back and see my town brand new, like a clean slate, looking exactly like these schools, modeled after what you guys believe is beautiful, what is excellent, what is, the best we can provide for our children.
Thank you for your comments.
Ms. Centeno? And Ms. Murphy, before you leave tonight, make sure you see Mrs. Barrett here in the red coat. She's the assistant superintendent. She's in charge of the 6 high schools. And as you rightly pointed out, in order for a student in the Elizabeth Public Schools to graduate from one of our 6 high schools, they have to perform 60 hours of community service. So it looks like there might be an opportunity to talk about your proposal. So the best thing is to converse with Mrs. Barrett to see what are the pieces we have to have in place to make something like this happen. Just a side note, I'm happy you're one of my former students. I think you will discover as you grow older and experience things that one person can make a difference, can change the world. So having a great vision often gets the ball rolling, and then using that vision and telling stories and conveying it to as many people that can help you fulfill it is the challenge, but it's also the great reward. So push hard, push consistent, don't give up, keep pushing your message, and before you leave tonight, Mrs. Barrett can take all the information. You guys can organize a meeting, okay? Thank you.
Great job, ladies. As I mentioned the other night, I think you guys have an excellent opportunity to do something different, so keep up the good work.